Hello there everybody, my name is Steve, and before we continue, let me paint you the setting of this video. So, this is going to have a time skip where everyone has just graduated from high school and is going to be heading off to college soon. Jenny herself has matured. She's still a teenager, and at that, a college age teenager, so there's still a little bit of irresponsibility, but she is responsible when it comes to her being a superhero. She takes things more seriously and more logically, especially when she figured out, hey, yes, I am a living calculator. I can do a lot of stuff. Because of that, crime dropped significantly because a lot of people realized that fighting a fully capable XJ-10 unit is like fighting Arkham Batman. She has no qualms breaking your legs. So everyone kinda got the message. The biker girls, they stay away from Earth. Small time petty criminals realize they're cooked, so they don't do anything. And the bigger time villains, with the exception of the cluster, or what is left of them anyways, have realized, Jenny's kind of a psychopath. If you threaten the lives of other people, especially the ones she cares about, or the Earth itself, she will absolutely annihilate you. Because if you rewatch the show, she has tried to kill people for way less. So, crime, it exists, but at the risks of their shins and their rib cages. So, everything is pretty okay, and Jenny has had a lot of free time to have character development. With that out of the way, recline, grab a snack or a drink, or if you got work to do, just play me in the background. Let me tell you the story of what if Jenny Wakeman was hunted by the XJ-10. It's a beautiful day. A lot of young adults enjoy the freedom of not being in school, but for a few of them, they anticipate the next chapter of their young lives as they get ready to go back to school. But this time is not against their will. Okay, some is against their will, but for the most part, it's their choice as they get ready to go to college. Brad is going into law school because he's very confident that he's charming enough to get anyone out of trouble. Sheldon is absolutely brilliant, so he has been accepted into some very prestige colleges as he takes robotics and etc. etc. Tuck, he's going to a higher grade, so he's still stuck at the bottom. Poor loser. Jenny, with the help of her mother, got into a very prestige college where she has taken quite a few classes, but her main one is going to be physics. So her mother is very proud. To celebrate, Nora and Jenny realized they never actually had mother-daughter time. That wasn't about work or saving the world. So they decided, you know what? There's a month before you go to college, though granted, Jenny's fast enough to go back and forth between her campus and the house frequently because she's really fast, but the sentiment's there. They're gonna go on a short vacation, just the two of them, to get pampered at a spa, stay at a high 5-star hotel, and just chill and hang out with each other. A nice mother-daughter vacation. So, they stroll into the basement to look for some luggage as they are packing for their short respite, and as Jenny's going through boxes looking for suitcases, she knocks down something in the back of the basement lab, and it's a robot. It's very similar to Jenny, but sleeker, more angular, more dangerous looking. Jenny very cautiously kind of turns to her mother and asks, "Mom, Who's that? Then Nora kind of peeks around the corner and says, that's just XJ-10, honey. Jenny, understandably very shocked, kind of goes on a panic-fueled, kind of betrayed tirade as she says things like, how could you? I thought I was good enough. What did I do wrong? Why are you replacing me now? Now that I'm going to college, and you know, things of that matter. And then Nora goes around and just says, hey, calm down. There's not even programming in that thing. Yes, it's technically an XJ-10, but it's not an upgrade of you. Jenny calms down, but now she's kind of confused. She asks, okay, what is she for? Oh, just in case you turn rogue, it will destroy you. Jenny, once again, flabbergasted, asks, how could you? Don't you trust me? And she does another tirade. But Nora calms her down again. Do you know how many times I have created something and it comes back to either destroy me or the entire world? Jenny kind of sarcastically says, that never happens. Nora retorts, well, really? My ventriloquist dummy came back to not only attack me, but to forcefully marry you. Armagetroid came back twice, threatening the entire world, and you and your sisters were hacked twice and was out to kill me. Jenny went, you know what? No, yeah, I see why you made her. Yeah, perfectly understandable. Nora went on to explain, XJ-10 is not really made to be a successor to the XJ series. It's a counter to the XJ series and to the rest of my creations. She has a force field that is not only 100% indestructible, but the more you're in contact with it, let's say you're fighting her, it will drain your battery. Even being in proximity to her, let's say of about 30 feet of her, will drain your battery. So not only can you not destroy her, but she will eventually turn you off. And if it's something truly dangerous like Armagetroid, she can shoot that energy back and annihilate the target. Jenny, actually impressed with the contingency plan. That's actually pretty cool. Can you turn her on? Now I'm excited to meet my new sister. Then Nora breaks the news. She doesn't have any programming. She was not made to be sentient. I was going to personally plug in an Xbox controller and beat the crap out of you guys myself. Because I am your mother. Okay? Show me any disrespect. I brought you into this world, I could take you out. Jenny chuckled at this and she just says, alright, okay. I will try not to get hacked ever again. They both laughed and just kind of left it at that. It was an interesting development, but at the end, after everything was explained, it wasn't that big a deal. They both went to find their luggage. They packed all of their needs and all their stuff. Nora packed a little surprise that she's gonna give Jenny at the vacation. They put everything in the car and they drove off to their luxury spa retreat. But unbeknownst to them, there was a fly on the wall. A very mechanical looking fly. It flies out of the basement, out of the house, goes a few miles to a highway bridge, and under the bridge was a very homeless, very hobo-like looking Vexus. She has not been going through the best of times. She has lost every battle, she lost her kingdom, her people, and now all she has is this one little cluster bot that she uses to spy on people. But bringing back news of an XJ-10, Vexus is elated. She has a perfect way to get revenge on XJ-9 and her meddling mother. So the homeless insect woman went on to sneak into the Wakeman residence. And inside she triggered just about every booby trap that Nora had placed. She walked into the door, it exploded. She went back in and it exploded. She went back in again, and she got shot up by lasers. And then she crawled up the stairs, and she realized, no, wait, I should go back downstairs because it's in the basement. But before she did, a bucket of acid fell, and she burned off her fingers, and she grew them back because she can regenerate. And she went her way back downstairs. It blew up, and she got knocked out of the house again. Went back in. She slipped on a banana peel, and then she fell down the basement stairs, where she got hit by multiple buzz saws and a chainsaw at the end for good measure. And then she blew up. After the smoke cleared, she crawled and hobbled and limped towards the XJ-10. XJ-10 was shiny, sleek, high-tech, and dangerous. Nora might have been a filthy organic life form, but Vexus had to admit, she has a good taste in machinery. Then Vexus looks at herself in the shiny reflection of XJ-10. She sees this old, run-down, rusty robot that used to be a queen, an empress, a ruler of automatons. But now she's falling apart, even more so because of the booby traps. Takes one look at XJ-10 again, and realized, I need a new me. She turns it around, finds the USB port where you plug in a controller in the back of her head. She plugs in, and she downloads her entire consciousness into the XJ-10. And with that, Vexus's rusty body falls to the ground and shatters all that stress, all that punishment, and her body falls apart. But then, XJ-10 takes her first step, steps over the rust, steps over what once was, and rises to a new beginning. She feels rejuvenated, young, and thirsting for revenge. Vexus, in her new body, with a gleeful smile and a youthful outlook, flies out of the house and tracks down Nora and Jenny. It's time for round 1. Let the hunt begin. To be continued.